Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Well, the next thing I'm going to talk about here tonight will drive you to drink. And if you don't think I'm serious, bottoms up. I need that one. So if you've been with me for a while, and I mean a while, a little over a year ago, I think it was February 4th or February 5th, I put up a video recounting something that happened in Maryland. There was a case in Maryland, Colby versus Hogan, in which it made it to, well, put it this way, Maryland banned assault-style weapons in any capacity magazine more than 10 rounds. Made it to the 4th District of the U.S. Court of Appeals, in which, in a 2-to-1 decision, the judge said that you couldn't ban a specific class of firearm, you can't ban magazines, and they sent it back to the lower court to be reheard. So just before it was taken up again by the district court level, the Attorney General in Maryland petitioned for an en banc hearing at the 4th District U.S. Court of Appeals. Now, an en banc is whole body, one body, which mean every one of the justices that sit there would have to sit and hear this if they agreed to accept the en banc. Well, they did, and the ruling just came down, and I want to thank my friend and subscriber Plow21 for getting me this information. I have been keeping an eye out for this, but like most people, after a year had gone by, I kind of stopped checking regularly, so I probably would have found this next week or the week after, but I'm glad that I got the information. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. This ruling came down on Tuesday, just a couple days ago, and a copy of the 81-page ruling is in the description, 81 pages. And I'm going to read you some of the excerpts because I didn't go through the whole 81 pages tonight, because I probably would have jumped off my roof if I did, because there's a lot of liberal craziness scattered throughout. So the decision came down 10-4. 10 voting for gun control, 4 voting against. If you start to read this 81-page decision, it starts out with Newtown, and how many rounds were shot, and how many guns were used, and right away start pulling at the heartstrings. The ban that came out of Maryland after Newtown is very similar to the other 7 states that have assault-style weapons, or assault weapon ban, as they call them, in their respective states. However, this decision went further than any other appeals court or district court that decided on the assault weapon ban for their respective state. In fact, one of the quotes, I'm going to read it to you, makes my eyes bleed. Quote, "Assault weapons and large capacity magazines are not protected by the Second Amendment." And the majority opinion was written by Judge Robert B. King. Even went in to say that, ARs and AKs are, quote, "weapons of war, and they're most useful in the military." Now, you're watching this channel because you like guns, you like the Second Amendment, you like freedom. Chances are you've shot an AR. Many of you out here in the viewing world are former military. Maybe you shot an M4. They might look similar, but they're very different. Okay, know that if you're not familiar with it, AR-15 is not a machine gun. It's not an assault rifle. Assault rifles exist. Assault weapon is a term made up by the liberal media. There's no such thing as an assault weapon. In the dissent, meaning the people who voted for us, but there were not enough of them, the 4 judges who voted for us, the dissent was written by Judge William B. Traxler, Jr., who said his colleagues have, quote, "gone to greater lengths than any other court to eviscerate the constitutionally guaranteed right to keep and bear arms." Fighting words as far as judges are concerned, but it's a big loss, guys and gals. This is a big loss for us. So last February, like I said, the 3-judge panel in this court found that the Baltimore judge should have used a more stringent test. The bar should have been higher, basically, for the state when the government passes a law that infringes on a constitutional right. However, this week, 10 judges in this en banc panel decided that, quote, the siding with the Maryland Attorney General, Brian E. Frosh, does not prevent legislators from passing measures designed to protect the public from gun violence when referring to the Second Amendment. So the Second Amendment doesn't affect legislators from trying to stop gun violence. Could you see what Pandora's box they just opened? And this is a federal case. This is a federal court, so everybody that lives in the 4th District, this is now case law. Frosh, the Attorney General, added some of his own moronic comments. The liberal wacko says, quote, "It's unthinkable that people could say that those weapons of war are protected by the Second Amendment, especially when you look at the carnage at Newtown and elsewhere in the country." Judge King even went on to add more stupidity, saying that, quote, "We have no power to extend Second Amendment protection to the weapons of war, that the Heller decision explicitly excluded from such coverage." This next paragraph is... The court also found that Maryland lawmakers were justified in passing the ban in the interest of public safety, because magazines holding more than 10 rounds enable shooters to inflict mass casualties while depriving victims and law enforcement officers the opportunity to escape or overwhelm the shooters while they reload their weapons. Soapbox time. Former cop, firearms instructor, SWAT team member. We don't look for windows of people reloading, okay? Just doesn't happen. This judge knows nothing of what he speaks, and it's infuriating. You could have somebody who's well trained with a 6-round magazine, and they can inflict a lot of damage. Enough said. I could continue with more quotes from this case. Suffice to say, it's bad. It's very bad. And if you don't think that more of these liberal states and liberal attorney generals that are out there aren't going to jump on this wagon while they can, you got another thing coming. Pay attention, everybody. Certain parts of the country, it's about to get deep. This is a big loss for us, a big loss. Now, hopefully, the current trend in the last month, new president, new administration, a lot of pro-gun things are happening, but this is a big loss. Thank you to Plow21 for getting this information to me. You drove me to drink tonight, buddy. But thank you. I really do thank you. To my viewers, if you live in a state that has something going on and you get the information, feel free to give it to me. And if it's important enough, not that I am the know-all, end-all that deems stuff important, but if it's something that affects us all, I'll do a video and give you a shout-out and credit and whatever. So, Plow21, again, thank you very much. I need to replenish my beer tonight now. This is JR from Guns and Gadgets. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.